All right, we've got Sparky all loaded up full of stuff, and we're going to head over to the lake. Oh, why you're asking? Are we heading to the lake? Show you next on Now You Know. We were lucky enough to have our friend Alex from Tech We Want bring over the eFoil by Lift this summer and let us run it through its paces on a nearby lake. We had our resident daredevil and lover of all things electric, Steven, try it out for you. I'm going to let him take it from here so that you can learn all about this amazing new product firsthand.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah, this was a really fun experience. The eFoil is a battery-powered surfboard with a twist. It has a really ingenious wing below the board that lifts you right out of the water at higher speeds and has you riding on top. It's quite insane. Let's take a step back though. Lift has been designing and building boards in Puerto Rico for over a decade, but it's taken a lot of planning and a lot of hard work to achieve what the eFoil is, which has been in production for the last year and a half and has so far delivered around 1,000 eFoil boards around the world. That's why we were stoked to get our hands on one finally. Alex from Tech We Want brought us his board and let us thoroughly check it out and take it for a rip. The Hydrofoil is entirely made of carbon fiber, so it's extremely strong and lightweight, as you would imagine. There are two sizes to the foil itself. One is smaller, that's for snappier riding and easier to get up on and begin with. And then there is a bigger wing that has more lift at higher speeds, but can be a lot harder to use when you're using it at lower speeds. The 29-pound pack is a lithium-ion battery made from Lithos Energy with a 60 to 90-minute runtime, which is actually pretty accurate from what we've experienced. And the cool thing is it's removable, so you can have two battery packs and have one charge while you're riding with the other one and be continuously on the board between you and friends. And charging takes less than 2 hours. This battery pack is rugged. It's built to both marine and automotive standards, and it uses the same batteries that are actually in a Tesla Model S and a Model X, the 18650 cells. It's in a waterproof and fully submergible pack with a waterproof cabling that goes to the board. The propeller is milled from one piece of aluminum, so it's super rugged and it's perfectly balanced. The motor is direct drive and it's really sleek. It has no gears or gearboxes to worry about, which also makes it virtually maintenance free. You control the board with a patented Bluetooth hand controller. It's completely waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it when you dive into the water, which you inevitably will as you learn to use the board. It floats, and even if the wrist strap comes off of you, it will just bob around. It charges in about an hour. It has a display screen that shows you the battery and charge levels, power settings, and you can even have multiple users. It will automatically power off the board if the lever is released or if the controller gets knocked off you and submerged in the water. The finger trigger was a bit hard to get used to. I feel that the next generation model would have something that has stronger resistance or a fader type trigger. Only thing I could say bad about the board at all. The board itself is also made of carbon fiber and it has a rubberized grip pad, which worked really well. It can handle riders up to 250 pounds. I was told the average rider needs about 30 to 60 minutes of ride time to get comfortable enough to ride it like a surf or wakeboard. You'll want to start on your knees and get used to the feel, and then slowly transition from one knee to one foot, and then finally when you're comfortable, you'll try to stand. I grew up on the water wakeboarding and surfing, so my experience of the learning curve spanned for a whopping 8 minutes, and I was essentially wakeboarding without the need of a boat. Foiling, however, is a whole new animal to me. This is the part that took practice. You'll start applying pressure down on the board and go from hearing the sound of water cascading around the board to absolute silence. It's you and the wind. And then it's a quick reality check because as soon as you're up, it's like being on a top and it's going to topple many times over. And after all the trials, it was the single most surreal feeling I've experienced. The fleeting moment of catching air off of a jump on any type of board ends with gravity. This, however, driven by its own force without a boat, was mind-blowing. It's like a loon, hovering above water, going fishing. The price? It's not a cheap toy. This is a $12,000 price tag, but before you dismiss it, look at what it does. It's being able to wakeboard without having a boat. And you don't need anybody with you. You can do it all by yourself, quietly. No emissions, no fuel, just clean, sustainable fun. The components, the design, the build quality, everything is absolutely top-notch, and it's super rugged. After my ride, I literally couldn't stop thinking about it, and I just wanted to get back on one. Big shout out to Alex and the team at Tech We Want for making this happen. Go check out their awesome YouTube channel for fantastic tech reviews. Now you know.
Thanks so much for watching Now You Know. We work hard to bring you videos about things that we think you'll find useful, but we need to know from you what you want to see, so leave your comments below. Also, don't forget to go over to our Patreon page, where for as little as $1 a month, you can watch our Patreon bonus story every week on Tesla Time News. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.